hurricane storms and such like that, like flying debris.
But I have to remove them. So I have to trim these.
Good morning, everyone. Good day. Today is Monday for me. I have been up since 7. It's still the morning. It's now 9:23. It's Monday, June 6th. I know, oh gosh, it's so bright out this morning. I know I'm a little behind on the vlogs. I'm still editing one, but I figured that I would vlog today. I don't normally vlog on Mondays because Mondays are like my catch-up days. So if I don't do my planning and such on Sunday, which I normally do, then I catch up with that on Monday, and then anything that I haven't completely finished I do on Monday. So I like from the week previous. I am catching up on everything, and then I'm vlogging today for you guys. In the vlog that you would have seen before this one, I believe it was that one, where I mentioned about being in Florida, because I currently live in Florida. There is a season called hurricane season where you get a lot of storms, typically from the very end of May to the beginning of November, or the very beginning of June to the beginning of November, something like that. I have been doing prep for all of that. Previous years, we've had basic standard prep and setup for hurricane storms and such like that. Any of you don't know what hurricanes are like, basically they're really extreme thunderstorms. So downpour of rain for hours and really, really gusty winds, like really powerful gusty winds. Some of them are just basic rainy thunderstorms. Other ones that are like more serious are like move things off of the ground, like flying debris, downed trees and stuff like that. But we haven't had one of those 4 or 5 years, something like that. I think the last one was Hurricane Ida. Pretty sure that was the last serious one that we had. Actually, since January, I've been prepping, making a list and getting things prepared and prepping things over time since January, since we only have 5 months to get what we need and then prep. This year is a bit different because of the past 4 or 5 years, I've just done basic hurricane prep. I'll show you kind of like what that's like throughout this month. There has been some things that haven't been maintained properly over the past 5 years, so I'm maintaining them now. So it's a lot more than normal because generally with hurricane prep, it's just make sure things are tied down, make sure that things are cleaned up outside, and make sure that you have like gas and generators and storm shutters because they cover windows. You've got to make sure that they have screw anchors into the outside of the house on the perimeter of every window so you can put the shutters up. I'll show you guys. But that's basically what I've been doing the past 5 years. There's just been some things that have kind of like been pushed aside maintenance wise, so I've been starting to maintain them this year. Not for any other reason other than just, you know, being busy and not having the time to focus on them. So now I have to, and I have, which is great. So I've been able to fix a lot of those. It's still the morning, as you could probably tell by my voice. I'm on my second cup of coffee because yesterday Anthony and I decided to do a massive project, which I didn't plan it at the time. It just kind of happened that we did it yesterday because this whole week, at the start of this whole week, it was just downpour rain. Generally in hurricane season, we have like a lot of thunderstorms and a lot of days where it just downpours rain every day. And I'm just like, oh, great. Okay, so I can't do anything today outside. I can't do anything this day outside. And it's usually 2 or 3 days at a time where it's just rain. Rain, 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 and then thunderstorms and lightning and such like that, which isn't bad. It's just like, it's a lot of rain. Yesterday was the day we did our big project. The day before, which was Saturday, it rained all morning, and then it was sunny from like 11 a.m. on, but it always kind of looked like it was gonna rain again, so I didn't want to start any big project and then have to like rush to waterproof everything and then be like, okay, let's finish it another day, and that day would be like days later. Yesterday, it was sunny from the time that we woke up until 8 o'clock. I was like, you know what? It's the perfect day to do this. What we ended up doing is we ended up replacing 2 sections of the roof of our detached garage because there was a massive hurricane where part of a tree fell into the garage. It damaged the roof at the time because the roof that we had on the garage was just a basic slope roof with tar sheeting on top, which is a sheet of waterproof tar, and then shingles on top of that. So it busted through. It was never properly fixed. It was just patched over, and then we put aluminum sheeting on top. I helped my dad do that. I think I was in college at the time. I didn't know at the time that they never like removed the damaged parts and replaced them with new and then did all that. So obviously that stuff needs to be replaced. Yesterday we did that. We didn't do the entire thing. We just did the main section where it was leaking in because every time we had like a rainstorm that lasted for multiple days, it would leak into the garage, and I would have a bucket set up. It would fill up the bucket, and then I'd have to go out multiple times and, you know, dump out the bucket and such like that. It was a hassle. So in order to prevent that from happening, especially with hurricanes, like it could be raining for 3 days straight, and I'm not going to be running out in the middle of a hurricane to, you know, just, you know, empty a bucket of water. So I decided, you know what, since it's sunny all day, let's just fix the portion of the roof that I know it's leaking from and put new stuff in. So that's what we did yesterday. It's so much work. I didn't vlog it because going up and down a ladder with materials, and the materials are heavy, and with how hot it was, I didn't want to overheat my camera. Just going up and down a ladder with a camera is just, it wasn't, no. So I'll show a time lapse. You get to see a little bit of what we were doing. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 4 more sections that we have to replace because a roof is made up of plywood sheets, which are 4 foot by 8 foot sections. And what we ended up doing is instead of using plywood, we replaced it with PVC. Now these PVC, you may think of pipes, but these are flat sheets of PVC, and they're 1/4 of an inch thick. So they're really thick and they're really heavy. They're very durable. They're waterproof too. So Anthony decided, hey, why not just use PVC? I got these for free. Why not just use that instead? It's waterproof. And I'm like, that's brilliant. Let's do that. And so that's what we did. Normally, see, if I was to do this by myself, it would take me 2 days. But since I had Anthony helping me, it took 6 hours. It's not like, it's not difficult. It's just strenuous. I was like, okay, I've done this before. I know how to do this, but it's been years since I've done it. So I was just like, okay, let's just remove everything in these sections. Then we'll just put the new stuff on. Removing stuff literally took 4 hours. Because it has never been removed. There's just layers and layers and layers that have just been piled on top. It was just, oh, let's just patch. And that was not my decision, but that was what their time allowed for at the time. Done it properly now. I'll see if it holds up the next time we have a rainstorm, which is probably going to be sometime this week since it's the first week of June. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee. I'm going to do my planning. It's going to be a very busy day today. Also, yes, my fingers have band-aids on them because I got blisters. I did wear gloves the whole time that I was doing all the roofing stuff. Even with proper gloves on, you can still get blisters. So I got blisters, and the tips of my fingers are sore because I haven't used a hammer in a while, and I kind of hammered a few of my fingers by accident, just 4 times, not like every single time. I did catch myself 4 times, and I was just like, ooh, that's sore. I'll show you a few other things that I had been working on. I don't know if I don't think I've showed any of them to you guys. So I'll show you those for hurricane prep that I did the past few days. So I'm gonna get into working a little bit, and then I'll show you that.
So bright and sunny out here today. Oh my god. Basically, what's behind me is what I have done. This is runoff for the porches that I have done. It's not cemented in or anything, but it works. It got tested these past few days, and this works. Sorry, the AC is running. That's what I've done so far, as putting in anchors into the wall, these here. There's a tree here above me that I actually need to kind of get rid of because it's partways dead. There's also 2 or 3 others that I have to get rid of. This is pretty much the prep I've been doing, and that was the anchors that I didn't put those ones in, but there are brand new ones that are white that I put in that I needed to do. I did that Saturday. Here are my bushes. This one's doing okay. These ones are doing well. It's just very sunny over here. I put mulch down and I had a sprinkler out here. However, I had to move the sprinkler and I haven't put it back. Plus it's been raining, and today it's been raining a lot. So this is how they're doing. They're doing great. I do need to cut around them because of all the rain. All this has built up. They're doing so well, especially this one. This one has so many new growths on it, which is great. Got some shade. All right, so I have to remove more stumps like that one. So that is something I have to do. There's quite a few stumps around that I still have to remove. I've removed the important ones. These ones are just on the east yard, so they're not in the way of anything, so they're not as important, but I have to remove them because that's part of it. And I also have to trim some trees around. I also have to trim some bushes. So I have to trim these because they're not supposed to be that tall. This is a cherry bush. It doesn't have any cherries on it, of course. It's still kind of young. And then I don't know what this is called. If anyone knows, please let me know. That one I have to trim. Getting way too tall. These ones here. These are hibiscus. I have to trim them down just a teeny bit. These are some of the anchors I put into the wall for shutters. There were holes here before, but as you can see, we had an issue because the anchors popped out, so they didn't stay in. They're supposed to be seated in, not be able to be moved like this one. But these ones all fell out, so I had to reseal them. I used a clear silicone to seal it, and then I put in new ones right next to it. This is not hard. It's just, again, something you have to do when it's tedious and such. By the way, do you guys like my plants here? These are called Moses in a Cradles. I do have to put mulch around. I just haven't done it yet. But I got quite a few more growing just there. Sorry, it's so bright out here, guys. Oh my goodness. I also have to trim that in half as well. It's way too tall. It's supposed to be a hedge, and basically right now it's a tree. So I'm gonna have to take care of that. And here's the other runoff section. This is in front of my garage. So I have a whole runoff area that goes down. We built this up Saturday, I wanna say. I think. And these walls will be replaced as well. They're just too old at this point, but there we go. So when the water runs down from the roof, then it hits down into there, and this goes downhill. So then the water will run that way into the channel, around the building, and out. Same thing around the porch as well. Remember this ficus tree? Yep, I still have to cut down the rest of it. It is all dead, so it just needs to be removed. I'm almost getting to the point where I can remove the rest of it, but the garage roof needed to be replaced. So we did that yesterday, and then I'm gonna tackle this probably Wednesday if it's not raining, because today I'm taking a rest. There's been too much to do, and I'm exhausted. So it's one of the other things that I have to do is just remove that tree and get rid of all the brush. There's a few more things I have to do, but basically that's it for hurricane prep. And the shutters, my finger, the shutters, if you guys haven't seen shutters before, let me show you. These are shutters. Ignore the levels. We use these for multiple types of projects and the metal ruler. But these are shutters. Some of them are 3 foot tall, some of them are about 5 foot tall, and then some of them are like 9 foot tall. So these ones go on the French doors that we have. They slide in. And then these ones that have holes in them go on the windows. And then these ones that are shorter go on the bathroom windows. So the anchors that I showed you that I put in earlier, you hook those onto the anchors, and then you put a little nut on them to secure them in place that have like little wings. That's how they stay on. I'll probably end up showing that to you when I actually have to put these on the windows. That's not going to be for a while. It's kind of like the end of the day. It's like 4:30, almost 5 o'clock, and I just finished up doing some work. I did mostly a rest day today, really. You guys never see this corner. What do you guys think? But I'm going to be going over to Anthony's. He's picking me up and waiting on me. So I packed a bag to make food. So there's everything to make food in there. I'm going to be making some kind of like soba noodle steak, balsamic rosemary steak, some kind of conglomeration. So I'm going to be making up something like that with a little bit of curry sauce in there, and I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to go over to his and finish up the evening. I'll get ready to start filming for my main channel tomorrow. So I hope you all enjoyed the hurricane prep I took you through. I will keep you updated on everything I showed you earlier, and then I will see you all hopefully in another week. Bye guys.